Yeah, no, you already know this, but sometimes you have proof when it comes from the horse's mouth. It
Hmm.
just makes it easier.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know this? We didn't hear it from him. Okay, well, here you go. Next. Um, all these ghosts and everything, beings that, uh, with the other side of light frequencies, 17% and lower negativity frequencies, and a lesser amount,
Mm.
lesser percentage of lower frequencies. They're on the other side of high frequency, which is around the Earth in the second dimension. And then in the second dimension, around Miranda, there's where usually the 37% and higher percentage of uh, negativity beings where they hang out. In the 27s, they can go to the 37 and higher percent because that's for them too, but they often get beat on. And the ones that were 27%
Mm.
or clean 37 or clean 47, where they have lower frequencies but they have more heart,
Yeah.
um, they didn't really have a place of their own, so they'd be hanging around where they had lives. Well, now we have um, that new dimension I made that's attached to the one here at Earth, on Earth, in the second dimension surrounding Earth. Um, it's got Earth in it, put it that way. Um, so now there's another one that's made for uh, beings that are well, basically the 17 to 27%, but also if they want to, the beings of lower negative frequencies can go in there, and if they want, they leave, but they can go in, and also as long as they have heart, the 37 and 47s can go in there too. There won't be any 57s because there's no way somebody can be 57 and have enough heart to be in there
Mm.
because they won't be, they're not compassionate. Um,
They won't play nice.
yeah, exactly. Um, so that's why all these ghost people, they have people, they go to places where these spirits are hanging out because they had no place to go.
Mm.
Well, now they do, and they'll be going there. It's going to take a certain amount of heart frequencies before anyone's going to be allowed to come to this third dimension here on this planet and talk with people. And that's what they'll be doing. They'll talk, they'll move stuff. That's one of Lee's jobs.
Mm.
And to help people understand, because I'm going to show him creation, its history, and he's going to find out all this, stuff about praise God and all this other stuff that it's just, and the prayers, they don't work unless the people bothering them just go along with it for a little while and then they come back or they just go, that was part of playing the game.
Yeah.
Of a lot of people when they find out that the original first being halves, it was mostly the female that did the work here, but the male helped too. That they do good things, they show God. They do bad things, they show Satan, and they just blamed it on creation's first protector, Lucifer, the one they call Lucifer.
Mm. Mm.
Which they don't have his title right at all, but he should be appreciated for protecting. Anyway, so the Ghostbusters stuff will be there, but there's going to be no more aggression. Anything gets stupid, I'm getting rid of it.
Some hauntings are described as a ghost repeating the same behavior night after night. Is that the same kind of thing you're talking about, or is that a kind of echo?
No, when sometimes there's You can think of it as Gaia's DNA.
Ah,
They're like tape recordings. They just
yeah,
happen over and over again.
yeah,
That's different. It's actually a metaphysical marker in Gaia's body, part of her
yeah,
body.
yeah.
Um, a perfect example of that is I lived in a house off of Lanier Boulevard in Chamblee, Georgia, not far from here. And I was downstairs rebuilding the engine on my girlfriend's Nova, green Nova, and her name was Debbie, and we were just talking, and the roof was low in for the basement. The roof was low. It was only like 7 feet instead of 8.
Mm.
And so we were talking. I was doing something with one of her cylinder heads. Stopped for a minute. We were just talking, and all of a sudden we heard footsteps going from where the kitchen was all the way over to the back master bedroom. And Debbie and I looked at each other like, "What?" Because she used to have paranormal experiences all the time, but spirits would come see her in and mirrors and shadows and stuff. So anyway, I told Deanna, I said, stay there. Because I locked the whole house. It was only me in there. There was a garage door in the basement where we take a car in and drive it in. And I said, okay, just, you stay here.
Yeah.
And I went running up there with a big wrench. And the doors were locked, everything. And I said, what the hell? And I've always been aware that I could do what I kind of thought other people could do. Maybe I was doing it a little stronger, which is kind of close. But so I didn't think that much of it. And then I went back downstairs and I said, Deb, the whole place is locked up and secure. And I said, that's crazy. And then it was about a month later, she and I would down the street together talking with the landlord, paying her rent. And then we said, we heard some footsteps in the house the other day. And he laughed. I mean, he smiled, but the smile carried a big laugh with it.
Yeah.
And he goes, so you heard them too? I'm like, yeah. And he said, well, I didn't tell you before you came in because, it's got nothing to do with anything. But somebody that was renting the house a few years ago, he was in the military. He was special forces. And he was told that his wife was cheating on him. So he came in through the kitchen door and he heard the commotion in the master bedroom, and he ran right in there and snapped the guy's neck. And that's why we heard not just footsteps, but bam, bam, bam. He was running with a purpose. So, and that plays over every once in a while. No one's doing it. It's just part of Gaia's body.
Is it strong emotion that causes the imprint?
Yes. The more intense the emotion, the more the stronger the imprint. It's almost like when you're a kid and you get a little calic or something, you put a hair down, and all of a sudden it pops back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's just, it's a guy's body.
Thank you. That's interesting.
Yeah. If anyone ever wanted to see that place, it's right off of Peachtree Industrial. I can't remember now. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anyway, when you go onto Lanier Boulevard in Chamblee, to turn onto the street, you come off the main street, and it goes like there's a hill going up. There's fast food places around there. There's a hill going up, and it levels off. And the mailbox post is a great big crankshaft. So that's why when I saw that, I said, guess this is the house. But That's what that is. Those things will stay there, but nothing, they're not aggressive. They're just,
Mm,
it's like listening to a tape. Unless it's bad music you don't want to hear, it's not going to bother you.
mm.
Or a CD or, whatever. Um, so I wanted people to have that. Let me get out of this for a minute.